Welcome to Success Drips Clues. This podcast is all about leveling up your mindset, your opportunities, and your life. If you're ready to think bigger and move smarter, let's get into it.
The grass is always greener. How many times have you hit a wall and decided, that's it, I'm done, time to move on? After all, it's got to be better than this, right? A new job, a new relationship, a new opportunity. Anything but the stuck in the mud, bogged down living. It's a comforting thought there's something better out there, just waiting for you to find it. The problem is, it's a lie, or at least it was for me. I know the feeling of chasing the elusive better only to discover the problem I was running from weren't out there. They were inside of me all along. Back then, everything sucked. My job, my living conditions, the people around me. Nothing felt right, and I blamed everyone and everything else for my misery. I'd think if I just get out of here, everything will finally fall into place. So I left. I stormed off, burning bridges behind me, convinced that the next chapter would be everything I wanted. I imagined a life where everything came together effortlessly, where I could just show up and everything would be just right. But the reality was a punch in the gut. Nothing changed. The same problems followed me to my shiny new life. It was because I hadn't changed. The same me, the same habits, the same unresolved issues, they all came with me. It was a humbling realization. The better life I was chasing didn't exist, not out there anyway. The idea that life is always better somewhere else is seductive because it shifts responsibility. If your job, your partner, your circumstances are the problem, you don't have to look at yourself. It's easier to believe that a new environment will fix everything than to admit that the real issue might be you. But here's the thing, wherever you go, there you are. You can't escape yourself. And until you deal with your own baggage, there's no such thing as a true fresh start. Want to test to see if you're the problem? Take inventory of all the people, environments, and things that frustrate you. Now imagine just removing them one by one. Leave the car right where it sits. Don't go back to that empty house that drains you. Tell that know-it-all family member who dangles their help over your head that you don't need it anymore. Feel any panic? If so, you're the problem. If you weren't, you just change what isn't working instead of resenting it. Here's the truth no one tells you. A better life isn't found, it's built. The people who have what you want didn't stumble into it. They didn't escape their way to success. They mastered what was already in their hands because it was the price of becoming who they are now. You don't need a fresh start. You need the next version of yourself. Master discipline, lock in your focus, build grit, play the long game. And when you do, opportunity won't be something you chase. It'll be something that finds you. Leaving is easy. It feels bold and decisive, but often is just a shortcut. Staying, on the other hand, takes courage. It requires you to face your problems head on, to work through the discomfort, and own your role in what's not working. This is the path less taken, which is why you should take it, for what it will make of you. That's not to say you should stay in every situation. Some jobs, relationships, and circumstances are just toxic, and leaving them is the healthiest choice. But if you find yourself leaving every time things get hard, it's worth asking, am I running from the situation or from myself? Life isn't as unpredictable as we'd like to believe. Just like nature, it moves in seasons. Some seasons are vibrant where everything clicks, progress feels effortless, and you thrive. Then, without warning, winter hits. The energy drains, the momentum stalls, and everything feels barren. It's in these moments that most people backslide. They start questioning and criticizing everything. Is this relationship dying? Am I stuck in this dead-end job? Will things ever feel good again? The instinct is to cut and run, to convince yourself that if things aren't good right now, they never will be. But that's a lie. Winter isn't the end. It's just a part of the cycle. Because here's the truth. Life doesn't move in a straight line. It's an ebb and flow of great and not so great. Relationships hit dry spells, careers plateau, and personal growth isn't always explosive. But if you stay, if you keep doing the work, even when nothing seems to be happening, you'll witness the shift. The dead-looking branches will sprout new leaves. The frozen ground will thaw. What once felt lifeless will start to bloom again, stronger, fuller, and more resilient than before. The real question isn't whether seasons will change. They always do. The real question is whether you'll stick around long enough to see it happen. I remember a time when I hit rock bottom. Again, nothing was working, and I was ready to pack up and leave. But something stopped me. For once, I asked myself, what if the problem isn't where I am? What if the problem is me? It wasn't an easy question to face, but it was the start of something big. Instead of running, I decided to stay, and I asked myself another important question. What if I got good at doing what was hard? Would that make everything else easy? I took an honest look at my habits, my mindset, and my approach to life, and I started working on myself. Very quickly, I became obsessed. Early on, there was no overnight results, and then I heard an idea about getting 1/1000th of 1% better every day. Then things began to change. I stopped waiting for life to show up at my door and knock, and instead, I started creating my own life myself. My relationships improved. I became a person that I started to admire. I found peace in places I used to resent because I knew I could handle what was hard. That was when I realized the life I wanted wasn't somewhere else. It was right here, just waiting for me to show up. The difference between people who succeed and people who stay stuck isn't luck, talent, or motivation. It's discipline, focus, and grit, the ability to work whether you feel like it or not. A better life doesn't come from wanting it, it comes from earning it. Here's how. Master discipline. Do it anyway. Motivation is a lie. It's fleeting. Some days you feel fired up. Other days, you won't. The ones who win in life, they do it anyway. Discipline means showing up when it's boring, when no one's clapping, when you don't see the results yet. You train, you work, you push, not because you feel like it, but because you said you would. You don't rise to the level of your motivation, you fall to the level of your discipline. Develop relentless focus. Cut the noise. Distraction is the enemy of progress. Most people aren't failing because they aren't capable, they're failing because they're distracted. Social media, news, useless drama, comparing yourself to others. Every minute spent on these is a minute stolen from your future. Get clear on what matters and ruthlessly eliminate everything that doesn't. You want a better life? Lock in. Grit. Do what's hard every day. Grit is the ability to suffer and keep going, to take hits, get knocked down, and stand back up again and again. Life will test you. You will fail. You will doubt yourself, and you will want to quit. Grit means doing it anyway. It means showing up battered but unbroken. It means refusing to let your feelings dictate your actions. Hard times create strong people. Make yourself unbreakable. Eventually, it all becomes easy. Play the long game. Success is never instant. People see the highlight reel, not the grind, not the struggle, not the days full of doubt. Building something great takes time, and most people quit long before the payoff. The people who win, they think in outcomes, not obstacles. One workout won't make you strong. One smart decision won't make you wealthy. But stacking good choices day after day will. Stay in the game long enough to win it. Be the person who can't be ignored. You don't get a better life by accident. You don't get it by wishing, hoping, or waiting. You get it by becoming the kind of person who demands it. Master discipline, lock in your focus, build grit, play the long game, and watch how life starts working for you instead of against you. The next time you find yourself fantasizing about greener grass, remember this: the life you want isn't out there. It's not waiting for you on the other side of some imaginary fence. The life you want is right here where you are. It's the effort you put into your relationships, your goals, and your own personal growth. It's the way you show up day after day, even when it's hard. Seasons will come and go. Some will be easier than the others. But if you keep showing up, if you keep nurturing what matters, you'll find that the life you've been chasing has been under your feet all along. The truth is, The grass is greenest where you water it. If this resonates and you're tired of feeling like you always are one step away from happiness, the Self-Work Blueprint will help you get clear on what actually matters, break free from the comparison trap, and build a life that you love from the inside out. Get the free 5-part audio series and companion guide by clicking the link in the description. It's completely free. Who am I? I'm a God-fearing husband, father, and divine spirit navigating the human experience, and a believer that comparison is the thief of joy. Too many people waste their lives chasing an illusion, thinking happiness is somewhere else, with someone else, or in some other life. The truth? The life you want isn't out there. It's built by what you do today. My goal is to help you stop searching and start creating a life you don't want to escape from. Here's to you on your journey becoming the best version of yourself.